For those of you who've never realized, Rings of Power is meant to be a TV show that just mimics and imitates the Peter Jackson films.
Remember Bionic Man?
Oh, I remember.
That's all it was created for. It's just meant to make you go, ooh, remember this? Ooh, remember this?
Oh, Owl's beard. Enough with the quail sauce. Give me the meat and give it to me raw.
Give it to us raw and wriggling.
That's all it does, mine member berries. For example, in episode 1 of Rings of Power, they have a scene where they fight with a snow troll, which is obviously meant to be a mimic of the Fellowship of the Ring, where the Fellowship ends up fighting with a cave troll. If you notice carefully, in Rings of Power, Galadriel stabs the troll in the head. She's an elf and she stabs the troll in the head. Just like in Fellowship of the Ring, Legolas, an elf, stabs the troll in the head. They copy so many things from the films, these people who make Rings of Power. That bald-headed demon only cares about bastardized Lord of the Rings. He doesn't really care about adapting this lore faithfully. He only cares about bastardizing it for money. And now we have this crap, Rings of Power Season 2 teaser trailer, which once again is more copy-paste crap if you look at it carefully. I mean, look at the opening scene of the teaser trailer. This scene where Sauron is looking at Mount Doom in the distance, isn't that meant just to be a copy-paste of Fellowship of the Ring, the end scene when Frodo and Sam are looking at Mount Doom in the distance? I'm sure if you look at the two scenes, one is just meant to remind you of the other. And then this scene from the teaser trailer where you see this slimy ball thing, I'm sure that's meant to remind you of the Uruk-hai in the first movie when it's being born or whatever. And then this scene where Galadriel in Rings of Power, they look like they're surrounded, and just look at this scene. What does it remind you of? It's probably stolen from Return of the King when Aragorn and Gimli and Legolas go into the mountain to summon that ghost army. I mean, even look at the color grading of the scene. Look at the color grading of the Rings of Power teaser trailer scene. It's all greenish, just like the one from Return of the King. And then there's this scene where you see the vines from the teaser trailer. That's probably meant to remind you of the Two Towers where Merry and Pippin are in Fangorn Forest, and then you see a tree with vines moving. And then there's this scene where you see Celebrimbor seeing a man standing in the light. That's probably stolen from The Hobbit. This one scene where you see a Sauron in the light or something, it's probably taken from there. And I know someone is going to say, well, you can't say that it's copy-paste, it's all Lord of the Rings. Well, there's a difference between stealing the element versus stealing the scene. It's the execution that I hate about Rings of Power. The execution is always meant to sort of remind you about the Lord of the Rings movies by Peter Jackson. Even this scene where the bridge is collapsing in the teaser trailer, it's obviously meant to remind you of the Mines of Moria scene from Fellowship of the Ring. This scene of the orc licking the blade, that's obviously taken from the Fellowship of the Ring because there's an orc that did that while fighting with Aragorn in the forest. There's this scene where there's the three hands with the rings. That one is obviously stolen directly from the opening of Fellowship of the Ring. And then here's my other question. In season 1, I'm pretty sure Isildur died. I think something collapsed on him or something. And somehow in the teaser trailer, he's there alive. I'm like, these writers have no consistency. They are so incompetent. Even their dead characters just come back probably just like that. There's this one scene where you see Gandalf just smashing his staff onto the ground. That's probably meant to be taken from The Hobbit as well. There's a scene where Gandalf does that. And don't be in the comments telling me, oh, that's not Gandalf in Rings of Power. That's not Gandalf. Even if it's not Gandalf, it's meant to remind you of Gandalf. That's my issue with this entire show. Is that not only is it badly written, not only are the characters shit, not only is the pacing bad, I'm referring necessarily to Rings of Power Season 1. Not only are the characters shit, not only is the dialogue shit, not only are the characters bad, not only is it not law accurate, it's not accurate to the books, but it's also just, the execution is just meant to be a copy-paste of what you saw in the movies.
And there was a time when the world was so young, there had not yet been a sunrise.
It began with the forging of the Great Rings.
And then here's my other issue. Sauron is a Maya, right? So why is his Anatar look looking so elvish? Maybe I'm not very good with like Lord of the Rings lore. I won't deny it's not like I've read the Silmarillion, all of it or whatever. But if he's a Maya, why does he look so much like Haldir? Do you remember Haldir of Lorien from the Two Towers? He looks so much like him. With his fake wig on, he looks so much like him. And I am asking myself, why is Sauron looking so much like an elf? Anyway, the teaser trailer is crap. I expect season 2 to be more copy-paste crap, stolen directly from the movies, because that's what season 1 was. However, I'm going to review it because I know most of you are probably not going to watch it. If you enjoy this, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Those were my thoughts when I was watching the teaser trailer, that it's just copy-paste crap. Yeah, make sure to smash like and subscribe. Don't know what you thought of the teaser trailer. I'll see you in the next one.